UEFA finally apologized to Liverpool fans for frightening Paris events. Liverpool fans who attended the Champions League final have received a sincere apology from UEFA almost a week on from the traumatic events of Paris last Saturday. Thousands of Reds supporters were caught up in the chaos which saw kickoff delayed 3 times as French police used tear gas. Liverpool chief executive Billy Hogan had sent to UEFA a list of 13 specific questions, and the European governing body have now apologized to the club for the events which marred the Reds' agonizing 1-0 defeat to Real Madrid. A statement read, "UEFA wishes to sincerely apologize to all spectators who had to experience or witness frightening and distressing events in the build-up to the UEFA Champions League final at the Stade de France on 28 May 2022 in Paris, on a night which should have been a celebration of European club football. No football fan should be put in that situation, and it must not happen again." To that end, immediately after the events, UEFA commissioned an independent review to identify shortcomings and responsibilities of all entities involved in the organization of the final and has today published the terms of reference for this review. The independent review, which will be led by Dr. Tiago Brandão Rodrigues from Portugal, aims at understanding what happened in the build-up to the final and determining what lessons should be learned to ensure there is no repeat of the actions and events of that day. The review will seek to establish a full picture and timeline of what occurred during the day, both within the stadium and the surrounding areas, including examining spectator flows to the stadium via the various access points. It will also examine all relevant operational plans related to security, mobility, ticketing, as well as others at the discretion of the chairman of the review, and will examine the planning and preparedness of the involved entities for the staging of the final, including at additional sites such as the Liverpool FC and Real Madrid CF fan meeting points. French ministers also apologized for the incident, but Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin maintained that Liverpool fans still had to bear the blame for Saturday's chaos, which prompted more than 5,000 supporters to contact the club in the following 24 hours. CEO Hogan declared on Thursday via his club's website, "Nobody should go through what our fans went through on Saturday. The pain, the grief, the harm, the hurt that they suffered on Saturday, and now to be told by a French minister that only Liverpool fans have been a problem, it's just disgraceful." My response to the French minister's comments again is just one of disbelief, frankly. Given the body of evidence through video, photographs, personal experiences, and not just from Liverpool fans, but from all fans that attended the match, media, English politicians, folks who traveled from literally all corners of the world, which people have seen now across social media and other media channels. It's just utter disbelief. Real Madrid have joined forces with the Reds and demanded answers from UEFA in a statement on their own. Given the unfortunate events that took place on May 28 in the vicinity and entrances to the Stade de France, including inside the stadium itself, Real Madrid CF would like to state the following in defense of our supporters who were victims of these events. It read. 1. We want to know what were the reasons that motivated that designation of the venue of the final and what criteria were taken into consideration taking into account what happened that day. 2. Likewise, we ask for answers and explanations that determine who was responsible for leaving the fans helpless and defenseless. Some followers whose general behavior was at all times exemplary. We understand that what should have been a great celebration of football for all the fans who attended the game turned into unfortunate events that have caused deep outrage around the world. As has been clearly seen in the revealing images offered by the media, many of the fans were violently assaulted, harassed and robbed. Some events that also took place when they were driving in their cars or buses fearing for their physical integrity. Some of them even had to spend the night in the hospital for injuries received. Football has transmitted to the world an image far removed from the values and objectives that it must always pursue. Our followers and fans deserve a response, and that the relevant responsibilities be cleared up so that situations like the ones experienced are eradicated forever from football and sport.